Greetings, history buffs. Today we're delving into an epic showdown between two of history's greatest military commanders, Alexander the Great and Napoleon Bonaparte. Both leaders left an indelible mark on the world through their conquests and strategic brilliance. But who truly deserves the title of the greatest commander of all time? Let's analyze their strengths, weaknesses, and historical achievements to find out. Strengths of Alexander the Great. 1. Tactical genius. Alexander's strategic acumen was legendary. His use of the oblique formation, which is a military tactic to bring a force against one of the enemy's flanks, while at the same time the remainder of the force is used to distract and keep the enemy line in place. The Battle of Gaugamela in 331 BC allowed him to decisively defeat the Persian Empire and showcased his ability to outmaneuver large enemy forces. This tactical brilliance allowed him to conquer vast territories from Greece to Egypt and beyond. At its height, Alexander's empire stretched over 5,200,000 square kilometers, making it one of the largest empires in history. 2. Inspiring leadership. Alexander's charisma and leadership inspired unwavering loyalty from his troops. His personal courage and ability to lead from the front, such as crossing the Hydaspes River against King Porus in India, motivated his soldiers to achieve incredible feats of bravery and endurance. And this happened often. Another example is when at the Battle of Issus in 333 BC, Alexander personally led a cavalry charge that shattered the Persian lines, leading to a decisive victory. His leadership also inspired Alexander's army to march great distances. In fact, Alexander's army marched over 20,000 kilometers during his campaigns, an astonishing feat in ancient times. 3. Cultural integration. Alexander's vision went beyond conquest. He aimed to create a unified Greco-Persian culture. His policy of adopting Persian customs and marrying a Persian princess, Roxana, symbolized his desire to blend Greek and Eastern cultures, fostering a period of cultural exchange known as Hellenistic civilization. Under Alexander's rule, Greek culture spread throughout the known world, influencing art, literature, and philosophy for centuries. The founding of Alexandria in Egypt in 331 BC as a center of learning and culture, which became one of the greatest cities of the ancient world under his reign. Weakness of Alexander the Great: overextension and exhaustion. Alexander's relentless campaigns and ambitious goals eventually led to overextension of his empire and exhaustion of his troops. The long marches and constant warfare took a toll on morale and resources, contributing to internal dissent among his officers and soldiers. Upon his army's march into the Indian subcontinent, his army was so worn out and exhausted that they revolted and refused to march any further east of the Ephesus River, marking the eastern extent of the Alexandrian Empire. Strengths of Napoleon. 1. Military innovator. Napoleon revolutionized warfare with his use of artillery and combined arms tactics. At the Battle of Austerlitz in 1805, he masterfully employed a feint maneuver, which is to deceive the enemy by drawing them into a vulnerable position, while focusing the majority of the operation somewhere else. This tactic secured a decisive victory that solidified his reputation as a military genius. So great were Napoleon's tactics that his Grande Armée won over 60 battles and never lost a major engagement until the disastrous Russian campaign of 1812. 2. Administrative genius. Beyond the battlefield, Napoleon's administrative reforms modernized France and its conquered territories. His Napoleonic Code, implemented in 1804, standardized laws across his empire and influenced legal systems worldwide, which better allowed him to manage the territory he conquered. He also established the Legion of Honor in 1802 to reward military and civilian achievements, fostering loyalty and morale within his ranks and civilian administration. All in all, Napoleon's reforms modernized France's infrastructure, education, and economy, laying the foundation for the modern nation-state. 3. Charismatic leadership. Napoleon's charisma and ability to inspire loyalty were instrumental in his rise to power and his ability to command the loyalty of his soldiers and subjects. His personal courage and presence on the battlefield, such as at the Battle of Marengo in 1800, where he turned defeat into victory through decisive action, earned him the admiration of his troops. Another remarkable example was Napoleon's 100 Days in 1815, where he rallied his forces after exile and led them into battle against the Allies at Waterloo, demonstrating his ability to inspire loyalty and determination against overwhelming odds. Weakness of Napoleon: overreach and hubris. Napoleon's relentless pursuit of power and expansion eventually led to overreach. The disastrous Russian campaign of 1812, where harsh winter conditions and logistical failures decimated his Grande Armée, marked a turning point that exposed his vulnerability and overconfidence. Of the 600,000 troops Napoleon sent into Russia, only an estimated 100,000 made it out alive 6 months later. Both Alexander the Great and Napoleon Bonaparte were extraordinary commanders who reshaped the world through their military conquests and innovations. While Alexander excelled in tactical brilliance, inspiring leadership, and cultural integration, he faced challenges with overextension and exhaustion. Napoleon, on the other hand, revolutionized warfare, implemented sweeping reforms, and possessed unmatched charisma, yet struggled with overreach and hubris. Ultimately, the title of the greatest commander of all time depends on one's perspective and criteria. But here at Argue About It, we believe Alexander the Great to be the greatest commander of all time, and for this specific reason, he knew when to stop. When his troops wanted to turn back at the Hyphasis River, he listened to them and turned back from his invasion of India. Napoleon, in his disastrous Russian invasion, did not turn back until it was too late, and his army was decimated. Both men were remarkable leaders, tacticians, and administrators, but only Alexander knew when to stop, making him the greatest military commander in our opinion. But we could be wrong. Who do you think deserves the crown? Share your thoughts in the comments below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon for more historical debates and analyses. Until next time, keep exploring the fascinating lives of history's greatest leaders.